Okay, so I thought I was going to record a quick audio podcast about medicine, the medicines we take, the medicines that help us and increase our lifespan, and all of that. And so I was going to do it this morning when I take my medicines, and I'm going to explain a little bit about my medicines, but I forgot that I was wanting to take them or count them while I was actually recording so that I could have a good audio note for future use, for my future use, about what medicines I took back then and how they helped me and everything like that. And several points occurred to me as I was thinking about this. Let me grab the medicines. Let me see if I can do it while I have the phone that I record with. So I'm going to count them out real quick and then go through my basic morning routine. And then we'll go on to the rest of the points of the podcast. Let me set this on top of a lunchbox. How about that? Okay, so we've got Lialda. Lialda is a medicine I take for ulcerative colitis. I discovered I had ulcerative colitis in 2011, I believe. I was sick, losing weight a little bit, felt bad. Went to the doctor. They analyzed stuff. Said, you have ulcerative colitis. Not a big deal. They put me on medicines, and according to all my doctor's notes, within a few weeks, several weeks, I was basically normal. So as long as I stay on that medicine, I have no symptoms at all. I've been pretty much symptom-free since then. I've had little upsets, but nothing big. Lialda, I take 1.2 gram tablets, 4 of those a day. Now, just for FYI, Lialda is between $1,200 and $2,000 for 1 month supply. That's exactly what I said, about $1,200 to $2,000 US American dollars for 1 month supply. When I was out of insurance, when I didn't know that I was losing insurance, I lost it for a few months. In between jobs, I went to buy insurance from a marketplace. This was before Obamacare stopped insurance companies from refusing to cover somebody with a pre-existing condition. And the insurance brokerage lady literally laughed and said, my husband has that, you're not getting any insurance. So I would take my prescription, I would send it to Canada, literally send it to Canada, a Canadian pharmacy. It's perfectly legal. They fill it. It takes about 18 days to get to you because it has to go through customs. But as a comparison of price, I was able to get the generic Lialda from Canada for about $130 for a month's supply with no insurance, compared to $1,300 to $2,000 for a month's supply American, because Americans, I couldn't get the generic here. Now, of course, and for a while I've had insurance. It costs me $30 for a month's supply now. So fantastic. After that, I have folic acid, 1 pill of 400 mcg. Folic acid is anecdotally beneficial to people with ulcerative colitis. It basically, pregnant women take it to help, I guess, build tissue as they're growing a baby. For someone with ulcerative colitis, it can help. Supposedly, the studies are still being done on it, as you are destroying tissue occasionally if you do have an upset and need to regrow. Basically, it gives you stuff to help you regrow tissue, I believe. It's an essential B vitamin that supports heart health in addition, blah, 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 all this stuff like that. So that's kind of an anecdotal thing. I only take a small pill. It does no harm. My body will use it or spit it out, from what I understand. We'll have to look that up. So that's 1 tablet of folic acid. I'll take 1 tablet of what is basically Singular. I have asthma as well, a small amount of asthma. Let's say if I didn't take any medicine, if I ran a bunch, I might have an asthma attack, not be able to breathe very well for a while, but it's not really anything. I've never had to be hospitalized or anything. But essentially my asthma is fired off by allergies, like a lot of people's asthma. I live in Texas. Texas allergies are notoriously horrible. So I take Singular, and then I also take 1 pill of like a Claritin or something, like a typical antihistamine. Now that's my main stuff. I might also take a pain medicine for migraines because I can get headaches. I work on the computer out of my house all day, and I'll take an Excedrin or something common like that. I might also take a Tylenol, or if I get a really bad headache that I cannot take care of, I can take a dissolving tablet that are about $30 for 4. They only refill 4 a month. If I didn't have insurance, they're about $100, $80 each, $120 depending on where you buy them. So again, insurance is saving everything. But that's only an emergency. 4 might last me a month and a half. If I have a bad migraine, I can take one of those, and it pretty much knocks it out. But it's not a guarantee. And I don't get migraines that often. So my starter pills, here's the thing, is I went in there to take them this morning, or I was going to, and I said, no, I'll save them for recording because I wanted to have an audio record of my medicine count at this time, so that in the future when they solve it and cure the disease or whatever, if they do, I'll be able to look back on it and say, oh my God, look at all these medicines I took. So, but here's where kind of the generic common madness kind of sets in, is I don't remember if I took these or not, because I remember thinking I wanted to save taking them, but at the same time when I got up this morning, I made one smoothie consisting of 2 bananas, probably a dozen strawberries, and a little orange juice for liquidiness. Blend that up. I drink that and take my pills with that, and I'll also have a piece of toast, some butter and peanut butter or jelly or something, maybe a little bit of a cereal or something like that. But the thing is I ate in the kitchen this morning, and when you break your normal schedule, when I ate standing at the counter instead of sitting at the table or something, you tend to forget, like if you stop doing something in the same way you always do it, you tend to forget whether you did it or not. And so several things occurred to me, I thought about several things as I was looking and thinking about recording this today over the last week, when I thought I need to record something about all the medicines I take. Let's go down the list here. If you are doing well, like I am doing well, on the medicines that I take, does that mean I am healthy because I have no signs of the disease, it's in remission, or I don't have any asthma issues, I can exercise, I walk an hour and a half a day, I do some yoga, play with my dogs, that sort of thing. If I don't have an issue with my asthma, and if I'm not having any type of issue with my ulcerative colitis, which I really haven't had any issues in forever, does that mean I'm healthy? Or the definition of healthy means that even if medicines basically cure you or fix you or take away symptoms, does that mean that the medicines discount the healthiness? In other words, if I have horrible vision, which I do, I can only see about 6 inches in front of my face. As far as blurriness, I can still see lights and shapes and colors, or shades, I should say, not shapes. If I wear glasses to correct that vision, and I can correct it to pretty much perfect vision almost, I can see everything, I can see at a good distance with my good glasses on, my driving glasses, for example. Does that mean that my eyes are healthy? No, because without the glasses, I can't see. But in most situations, when am I without my glasses, or when am I with, they're not, right by me? So, but a lot of people would say, well, what if I corrected that vision with a LASIK or a laser surgery? Does that mean that my eyes, because they're physically altered and are of themselves, does that mean they're healthy again? Or does that mean that they're still band-aided, the situation has had a band-aid applied to it? They're not healthy, they're just kind of not in the current state of sick, or being sick, or having any kind of issue. And it makes me wonder. Sometimes I sit there and I think, in fact, what really kind of fired off me wanting to record all this, other than recording how much medicine I take, is I thought the other day, I'm almost 42, I'll turn 42 in June. I really, honest to God, feel no different than I did when I was younger, except for maybe it's harder for me I'll gain a little weight now, although I've been the same weight, pretty much 135, 136 pounds since I was a kid. Is it, other than that, which is common around 40, other than that, I feel healthier than a lot of people I know. I see people my age who are men especially, they're they have a bad lifestyle, they eat poorly, they smoke, or they just have general health issues, high blood pressure, stuff like that. And I wondered myself, I thought, well, I feel like I'm healthier than most people. I just had blood work done again. I get blood work done about once a year because of all the medicines I take. They want to make sure my kidneys and stuff are doing fine. And everything is normal, if not actually into the healthy, above healthy, above normal, healthy levels, according to my blood. So does that mean I am healthy, or does that mean that I'm not, by minus the medicine? Does the medicine make me healthy? Or is the medicine just a temporary state change? Does it actually alter me in some way, or does it just kind of cover up the issue, like with a layer of what seems to be health or good health? And I'm kind of perplexed by that. It's a little scary. You don't want to think about your health ever declining. Of course, it happens to all of us as we age. I was thinking the other day that what's really kind of funny is when we were born until the day we die, we're fighting gravity. We're not dying. We're trying to fight gravity the entire time. You're born, you can't walk, you slowly push up from the earth, and then through your life you walk upright, or you try to, unless you have an issue that allows you to not walk upright. But generally you're fighting gravity, and then as you get older, your body's pulled down towards the earth more and more until it finally just gives in and dissolves into the earth. And it's interesting, does your declining health, is it normal, or is it a sign that you're finally, quote unquote, getting older? Or if you have health issues that are common, like mine, like asthma is very, very common in the United States because of more pollution. Eyesight, people who wear glasses, that's super common. I bet most people listening to this right now, or many of them, have some sort of glasses or contacts or reading glasses. And so none of it is scary necessarily, but they tell me I have more of a chance of developing cancers later on if you have ulcerative colitis, but that is, of course, dependent on how healthy you are at the time. And my doctor says that because everything is healthy, my blood work and the way I take care of myself and my diet, that I'm kind of reversing the additional chances of cancer by leading a healthy lifestyle. I don't smoke and drink like I used to when I was younger and had fun. But so you can kind of every 10 years, I believe it is, your percentile chance goes up like 10% towards certain kinds of cancer when you have ulcerative colitis. But that's a general term. My grandmother's, I think, 92, 91 now, and she supposedly has had it her whole life and has never developed anything like that, and she is 92. So it's weird. So after I was taking stock of, I think I'm a healthier than most guy. My blood work's good. I'm not overweight. I exercise. I'm mentally very happy all the time. I'm always up. I don't have any issues with that. I sleep well, 7.5, 8 hours a night at least, probably 7 to 8 hours. I have a fun job. I've always had a great wife, relationships. I live in a nice place. I have a little money to spend on a few things. I can eat out when I want to. I can afford medicines if I need to. So having said all that, but do the medicines mean actually, no, I'm actually not that healthy? I know people who would seem to be more unhealthy than me. They are sick, or they're 42 like me, and they look like they're 52. A lot of stress. Stress is one of the worst things in your life. Does that mean I'm healthier than them because overall, or without the medicines would I be much unhealthier? And my guess is that medicine basically resets us to default, ideally. What you want to do with the medicine is get your body, or let's say your immune system, or your finger, the cut on your finger, or whatever it is, back to quote unquote normal, or as close to your normal as it can be. And the hope is that one day they'll have medicines that a person can take, a starving person in some small town in some country, and it does away with their disease, or it fills up their belly, or it gives them enough nutrients to survive. And I have all the confidence in the world that that will happen. It's already happening, just not on a global scale because of pharmaceutical companies that want to charge so much money for medicine. So I don't know. I wonder about these things, but the good news is that despite my small amount of asthma, my eyes that can't see very far without glasses, my ulcerative colitis, I'm trying to think, I have kind of bad hearing from playing drums most of my life with zero hearing protection for all that time. Despite all that, I feel healthy, I feel good. And I think maybe that's the idea, is that as you get older, and as you become more old in your body, and you physically can walk or whatever, as maybe you hurt yourself or you have these issues that life hands you, what's most important is how you are mentally, how you feel deep down. Because if you don't feel good at all, then you are definitely more unhealthy than somebody who is injured or hurt or has a disease but feels overall pretty good, which is pretty amazing when you meet somebody who has a disease or a problem or whatever, and they seem to feel pretty good, or at least are able to deal with it. So I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and take this medicine now. Again, the domestic madness that is what happens when you're kind of forgetful and you work out of your own home is that you forget stuff like, did I wash my hair in the shower? But that happens to everybody. You forget. Hold on, my dogs. You can hear how their mental happiness is always up. But I thought, well, okay, so if I didn't take my pills, if I take the 4 pills now, does that mean I'm taking 8 for the day, and then that's bad? So I have to consider that. I thought, okay, should I not take any? And then that way I'm just skipping a day. I'd rather not do that. So do I split the difference and just take 2? And that way, if I am taking extra, it's just 2 extra, not 4. And do I try and go back and count the pills depending on the day I refilled the prescription? No, that wouldn't work, because I already had, the day I bought the prescription and filled it, I already had a day or 2 left in my previous fill, so I didn't take it on the exact day I filled it. So this is the kind of stuff that runs through your head when you're trying to keep track of pills, and then you can understand how some 89-year-old keeps a little pill container that has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday marked on the boxes. Maybe I have to go to those lowly depths and go ahead and get me a little pill container that says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on it. I don't know. But that's medicine. That's my medicine. I'm sure I'm missing some medicines. Oh, actually, there is one more pill I take at night for my ulcerative colitis. I take it before bed, so that's another one. But I always take that before bed and always remember it. So, but strange, isn't it? Medicine and what it does for us and to us, and how it changes our body, and what people might have gone through even 50 years ago or 100 years ago when they didn't have the medicines we do now. And I feel so bad for people who existed back then and had such problems that now I can take a pill for and be over it, feel better, So I feel good all the time. I feel healthy. I'm always happy. So the medicine must be working.